Continuing coverage tonight on the North Shore Shrimp Trucks. You might think the booming shrimp wagon business on Oahu would mean great news for island aquaculture. Somebody's got to grow all that shrimp, right? Well, KITV4's Daryl Huff joins us live to explain why almost all the shrimp we eat is imported. Daryl.
Yeah, you know, Paula, Oahu shrimp trucks certainly benefit from the great reputation of fresh island prawns. The Hawaii Tourism Authority touts them on its website. But experts in shrimp aquaculture say the local consumer prawn industry has pretty much collapsed. They say there is really only one farm left.
Number 2, sweet and spicy.
At Romi's Shrimp and Prawn Shack, the freshly cooked seafood still has heads, legs, and eyes. After all, it was alive this morning.
We get really good fresh seafood all the time. So, you know, when we say this is good, this is really good.
According to the Oceanic Institute, the ponds surrounding Romi's are the last productive farm on Oahu for consumer shrimp and prawns, and they don't produce very much.
I don't push hard on my production. I just want to glad to have average production, not high production.
Romy Aguinaldo's 52 ponds produce just about 200 pounds a day, just enough to feed the customers at his shack, not enough to make the family rich. They still all pitch in.
We operate like a family, not like a company.
Over the last 15 years, Aguinaldo has seen other farmers with higher goals for production fail due to high costs, disease, and the Asian competition, which now supplies the wagons, which have become part of the North Shore landscape. And even these successful ponds won't last forever. Aguinaldo's lease with the federal government expires in 13 years.
I wish they give us more chances to stay, we love the area.
There are other shrimp farming enterprises across the state, but the State Department of Agriculture says they are almost entirely devoted to producing breed shrimp, which are sent around the world to provide disease-free breeding stock to farmers who operate on a much larger scale than anyone could here, Paula.
Now, Daryl, I always got the impression that those shrimp wagons were selling local shrimp.
Well, you know, many of them started that way as roadside stands, but demand eventually exceeded the local supply, especially as the farms failed or lost their land, Paula. It doesn't seem like most customers notice the difference, and no one in the industry is anxious to advertise that Kahuku shrimp has become a very rare commodity.
All right, Daryl, thank you so much for this report.